Hello, and it's good to see you again. It's time for another Parts Now Tech Tip. So I'm Steve Geichert. We're going to be talking about the X646 machine here today. This is a multi-function machine. It's based off of the T644 machine, Lexmark. Good printer, cranks well. But some of the problems we'll run into this one, very common problem that you can run into, and an easy fix for it if you know what to look for, is you can set a print job to it, and the machine says load paper or load letter on MPT. Well, load letter on the MPT, well, this is my MPT tray, so I'm supposed to put paper on here. But wait a minute, I've got letter in tray number 1 down below here. Why isn't it pulling from there? I do have it set up right inside the menus. It is just, plain paper. And my driver, I told it use plain paper, so why isn't it pulling? Well, let's investigate. Pulling out my cassette tray, I want to make sure that it's set for letter. So as I go inside here, I could take the gate and I've got different settings in here. And it'll tell me, as I dump paper all over the floor, that yes, this is set for letter. And I'll give you a kind of a close look here and see where that's set. So I'm taking it out of position now. And I'm going to make sure that it is set for letter. There we go. And it is in the proper place. And how does the machine know that I've got it set for letter? Well, there's little fingers along the side here. Let me give you a little bit closer look. These little fingers here, depending upon the position, are going to tell you what size media is in here. That hits some different switches inside the machine that tell it, hey, we've got letter size or legal or other size inside here. So I've got 3 fingers sticking straight out hitting the switches. Is that letter size paper? Good question. I'm not sure. I'd have to dig into the books to find out. But there's something before we have to dig into the books that we can check. If I take the tray and flip it over, rotate it down here, that green bar that I had up here kind of works with this little piece of plastic. And as I take a close look here, the green bar and that little piece of plastic here don't seem to be connected. Well, they're supposed to be connected. And as I rotate this and move this over here, you can see the fingers are changing position because that little bar there, come on, oh, it's popped out of position now. That little bar there allows these fingers to move. So there, they're starting to move there. So if I want the fingers measuring the correct settings, because they obviously weren't when this was popped out, I can take this and connect these back together again. So I'm going to get that green bar and the little plastic tab to reconnect here again. Now they're hooked back up again. This is the way it's supposed to be looking inside here. So as I change the position, the size of the media, it moves together, which means that the fingers here that are changing as I move things inside the machine are going to be setting to the right size. So if I set this now to letter size, I'm going to go back in, pinch the tab, slide this up, and put it into letter position. There it is in letter position as it sets inside there. I can now rotate it back around. This is the correct positioning for the fingers for letter size media. Top pin is in and the bottom 2 are sticking out. That's what I want. From here, I can take my tray, load it back up with paper, put it back into the machine, and the machine should automatically detect the right size, start pulling it. If everything else is set right, it should start pulling letter size paper. So that's as easy as that. So the next time you get the machine going, hey, give me a different paper size, know that that can pop out of position, empty the tray, flip it over, take a look and see if things match up. If it's out, pop it back in, put your paper in, away you go again. So this is Steve Geichert with another Parts Now Tech Tip.